Hey everyone, Joshua Kirk here with you once again, and now it's time for my second list involving the best music of 2025. As you can see from the title, this is about my top 50 albums of 2025. Very excited about this list. It's been a very fun year for music. I'm going to go through the bottom half quickly, and then I will have more to say as I get into the top half of my list. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 50, Frost Children, with their hyperpop banger of a record, Sister. 49, great hardcore record from Scowl, Are We All Angels? 48, a set of well-written bops from Brae and Dunne, Clams Casino, and then the weird and wild debut from Yeah Whoa Nailgun, 45 pounds at 47. 46, Leon Majcen, one of the better country records of the year, Making a Livin', Not a Killin'. 45, the colorful and fun new Joey Valence and Brae album, HYPERYOUTH. 44, genre-bending nightmare from Bartees Strange, horror. 43, the trippy and eclectic DJ Koze album, Music Can Hear Us. 42, Aesop Rock, Black Hole Superette. 41, J-Som returns with Belong. And then rounding out the 40s, the vulnerable and gorgeous new spelling record, Portrait of My Heart. 39, The Hives Forever, Forever the Hives. 38, Hot Mulligan, with one of the best pop punk albums of the year, The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still. 37, Squid, with Cowards. 36, Ichiko Aoba, with Luminescent Creatures. 35, Dispatch returns with Yellow Jacket. 34, Home is Where Goes Country, kind of, on their latest concept album, Hunting Season. 33, Indigo de Souza tackles pop to great effect on Precipice. 32, McKinley Dixon keeps the jazz rap heat going with the lively and conceptual Magic Alive. 31, Lyra Pramuk, one of the most spellbinding ambient records of the year, Hymnal. And then rounding out the 30s, one of the wildest albums of the year, regardless of genre or convention, Aya with Hexed. 29, simply beautiful and well-written folk tunes from Billie Marten on Dog-Eared. 28, The Callous Boys, one of the most adventurous metal and loud rock albums of the year, I Don't Want to See You in Heaven. 27, the excellent, technically self-titled Viagra Boys album, Viagra a Boys. And then rounding out the bottom half at 26, another weird punk album that I enjoyed this year, Snooper with Worldwide. Top half of the list, kicking off at 25 with Madison Cunningham, Ace. Really her grandest and most complete artistic statement thus far. Great songwriting and arrangements, charismatic singing. She really is at the top of her game here. 24, It Is Clipping, Dead Channel Sky. David and the boys never fail to deliver something creative and far reaching, and this album is no exception. It's kind of this dark, club infused album that has a lot of fantastic ideas and is definitely right up there with some of their most ambitious material. 23, it is Wet Leg with Moisturizer. I was not on the bandwagon with their first album, but I really dug this new album so much more in terms of the production, songwriting, and performances. It really is one of the better indie rock albums of the year. 22, it is Hyam with I Quit. The sisters really came through with some of their best songs to date on this album, with the really quality writing and sound and vocal performances are really strong. Yeah, it's just this sprawling and well put together pop album. 21, it is Clips, Let God Sort 'Em Out. Very much the rap comeback of the year in terms of Pusha T and Malice killing it with the bars and verses. Pharrell killing it with the production. A handful of awesome features on the album, too. It is a bit front loaded, but it really is one of the better mainstream rap albums of 2025. So, yeah, Clips is back, baby. Rounding out the 20s, it is The Armed, The Future is Here, and Everything Needs to Be Destroyed. Man, does that title ring pretty true right now. This record's awesome. It's a really great mix of kind of bouncing back to their hardcore sound, but mixing it with more of the melodic refinement from their last record. And yeah, it's just this loud, chaotic, well put together record. Probably my favorite hardcore punk album of the year. 19, it is Ice Age frontman Elias Ronenfeld. His new solo album, Speak Daggers. I really have a hard time describing this album. It's sort of like that trip hop revival that's trending right now, mixed with his usual idiosyncrasy as a lyricist and a vocalist. And the result is an album that is wonderfully strange, very out there, and yet I can't really get enough of it. 18, I have the reissue of FK Twigs, Eusexua. I was already a fan of this album when I heard it at the beginning of the year, but there are some significant upgrades on this reissue. Great new songs, a smoother flow, and kind of more emphasis on the club sound and vibe. And yeah, FKA really outdid herself with the musical world that she created with this whole album cycle. 17, it is the new Dark Side album. Nothing. Really my favorite album of theirs so far. The mix of styles on here is very odd, but I think it works very well. It is really one of the best produced and mixed indie albums of the year, with great attention to detail. The addition of drums is very well implemented, and yeah, it really is a vibe that I love to get lost in. 16, it is Big Thief, Double Infinity. I think Adrian and the gang really found their true sound on this album. It's very beautiful, spellbinding, and unique, and has a really good flow, and the engaging songwriting and performances are just the thing bringing it all together. 15, another very beautiful record, this time from Kali Uchis. Sincerely, again, I really think she really found herself on this album, artistically and personally, and the result is an album that is very dreamy, pillowy, and very well put together. Has a really good flow, and yeah, it really is just this ride that is just really smooth and yeah, very easy to go through from start to finish. 14 is the collaborative country album from Julian Baker and Taurus, Send a Prayer My Way. They really have great chemistry as songwriters and vocalists on here. The sound is really good, and yeah, it's this witty, emotional, hilarious, and yeah, unapologetically queer set of bops. 13 is really one of the most unique and otherworldly listening experiences that I had in 2025. That is Lonnie Holly with Tonki. This is a record that I just recommend you check out for yourself. It's an experience that I don't think you'll really be ready for in terms of just how moving and powerful the messaging and spoken word poetry is, and also just how like genre defying a lot of its sound palettes are. And yeah, the world could use some Lonnie Holly right now. Number 12, it is The Last Dinner Party, their sophomore record from the Pyre. They're just continuing to deliver heat in terms of this album giving their sound a grand high concept twist all the way down to the 10 visuals on the album cover. Uh, and yeah, it's a really fantastic, gorgeous record that is definitely very much beating the sophomore slump. And at number 11, it is Amare with Black Star, really one of the best dance and pop records of the year. Very fun, colorful, and yeah, distinctive in its sound palette. She delivers so much personality with her singing and lyricism. And yeah, it definitely is an improvement on all fronts from her last record. And yeah, it's just vibes. Now we're here, ladies and gentlemen. My top 10 albums of 2025. Number 10, another pop album that I really enjoyed this year, is Lorde with Virgin. Really one of the most true bounce backs that an artist has made in that year in terms of her really showing off her talent as a vocalist and a songwriter. The emotions are very potent on this record, and in terms of the way that it's put together, it is a very unique record for Lorde, and also unlike a lot of what I heard in mainstream pop music lately. And yeah, it's fantastic and uh, deeply relatable in its sentiments. And yeah, it rules. Number 9 is the new Little Sims record, Lotus. Really a fantastic culmination of her career so far in terms of bringing back the urgency and mixing it with kind of the lushness and introspective reflection of her more recent work. And yeah, this album is just very emotional, filled with passion, and yeah, definitely among some of the best hip hop albums of the year. Number 8, it is the new Model Actress record, Pirouette. They've pretty much reinvented dance punk at this point. This album is incredible. The sound is just gnarly and relentless, and on top of that, the vocals just sound like a dude having a really bad time at the club and really trying to claw his way out of the nightmare, only to get dragged back in once again. And that was kind of the vibe in 2025. So good on Model Actress for creating an album that proves them to be one of the most exciting bands in underground music right now. And also, yeah, very much, playing to that whole vibe. Number 7 is the very emotional new Lucy Dacus record, Forever is a Feeling. Really a full circle project for Lucy in terms of how it reflects on her recent relationships. And it's this a very low key record that somehow has a lot of personality and charisma in its singing performances and just great songwriting and a really beautiful sound. And yeah, she really outdid herself on this album. It's probably her best to date. Number 6, speaking of artists that really outdid themselves with their 2025 output, we have Quedeca Vanisher Horizon Scraper. I'm really not sure what genre to really call this album because the mix of styles on here is yeah, certainly yeah, unlike anything that I heard in 2025, and it happens to have this a really well executed concept on it with great storytelling, and yeah, it's just this record that really is an experience to behold, and just keeps me on the edge of my seat right up until the end. Number five, it is Billy Woods, Gollywog. Probably my favorite rap album of the year. He's really continuing to get better as an MC and a writer with his releases lately, and this record has an eclectic mix of everything that he does, but it has this haunting concept that intertwines it all with always creative production choices and his signature offbeat rapping style. And yeah, it's this dark and powerful listen that I think is definitely worth your seeking out. Number four is the amazing debut from Jasmine 4T. You Are the Morning. Really just a wonderful record. Boy Genius killed it with the production. It has some really great sounds and a really good flow, and it really is Jasmine's storytelling and her voice that really drives this record and just tells it like it is about what it's like to be living as a trans person in a this capitalist hellhole of a world. And yeah, it's just this really fantastic, inspiring record that definitely, if you're looking for just that a beacon of hope in these dark times, this record is really going to give you that feeling. Number three is, I think, an obvious contender for my favorite dream pop album of 2025. That is Hatchie with Licorice. Really just a beautiful record. The much needed euphoric escape for 2025. It came out at just the right time toward the end of the year. And yeah, it is not reinventing the wheel in any way, but it's just well produced, well written, has some engaging vocal performances and great hooks. The album as a whole, I think, flows very well. And yeah, it's just this fantastic shoegaze infused little like blast of serotonin. Number two, Geese, Getting Killed. This is the left field experimental indie rock album you've heard everyone flip out over, and for good reason. This album is just how they put it together is just complete genius in terms of the production, songwriting, performances, the way it flows as well. It's just this one of a kind album from Cameron Winters' vocal performances really proven him to be a strong frontman, and the musical chaos and cacophony that the band creates just works amazingly well with that. And yeah, it's another record that just leaves me on the edge of my seat, just from start to finish. And yeah, you never know what it's gonna do, and it comes through with a lot of just amazing ideas. But it isn't my album of the year. Number one is the other indie rock album you've probably heard people talk up a lot lately, and I think has very much reinvented Southern rock for the 2020s. That is Wednesday with Bleeds. I've been a huge Wednesday fan the last couple of years, and I was already all in on just what they were doing, but they really just outdid themselves on this album between the storytelling and Carly really showing off her versatility as a vocalist on here, and the sounds that the band creates on here are just incredible. And yeah, they comp again very much compliment uh her songs very well, and they definitely show more diversity on this album, with some songs being in your face, others being these beautiful contemplative ballads. There's some weird experimental stuff going on here. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal record, and the stories that it tells, like, definitely feel like necessary in our current times. Uh, and yeah, it's a record that I could see, like, yeah, as time goes on, just solidifying as like an indie rock classic in my book, and I very much knew right from my first listen, like, yep, that's my favorite album of 2025. There you have it. Those are my top 50 albums of 2025. Hope you all enjoyed this video and got some good recommendations out of this. Feel free to share with me some of your favorites of the year in the comments. I think that is all for me for 2025, and stay tuned for whatever content I come out with in 2026. This is Joshua Kirk signing off.